Okay.
Hello, my name is Lane Landy.
Okay. And as a district resident, what does voting rights to you in the District of Columbia mean?
It means I have a chance to voice my opinion on certain issues, certain things that goes on in the district, and basically I can voice my opinion by voting.
Okay. If the legislation doesn't completely pass, what are you willing to do to let your voice be heard?
Well, if it comes down to being as far as education, I would stand up for education in D.C. and things of that nature, housing.
Okay. And also, are you for D.C. becoming a state?
Yes, I am.
You are? Why?
Yes, because it means we have a little bit more pull as far as voting and as far as certain rights.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ready.
Okay, how you doing? My name is Alfred.
Okay, and the first question is, as a district resident, what does a voting right in Congress means to you?
Well, I think it would give us better options as far as everything that's going on in Congress with the stimulus bill and, for the healthcare acts and things of that nature. Me personally, I feel as though we should have a stronger vote for the presidency because we are the capital city.
If the vote doesn't completely pass, what are you willing to do to let your voice be heard?
Well, I mean, I was always told, writing letters to the Congress normally helps, to get the word out or, draw the attention of the Congress to the concerns of the community. So me personally, that's what I would do.
And are you in favor of D.C. becoming a state?
I mean, honestly, I don't really have too strong of opinion, for that because right now, I feel as though the state that we in now it's fine except for just the economic situation. So I mean, like to that question, I really don't have a solid answer for you.
My name is Carl Tucker.
And
I'm a member of Ward 7 Arts Collaborative and also a member of PGAA, Prince George's Artists Association.
Okay. First question, what does a vote in Congress mean to you as a district resident?
A vote in Congress means to me is having a right and privilege to be able to state my voice and opinion as to whom I want to be in office.
Please leave with your signature.
Okay. Are you in favor of D.C. becoming a state?
To me, I think that's be okay, but there are negatives as well as positive sides to both sides of that story. But I would say that it would be nice, but it can go either way as far as I'm concerned, because I know there's a limit in which the government would do once the DC become a state. So that's the bad side. But we still will have a voting right in the Congress on the presidential state if we do become a state. So it has this negative and positive side to it. So it really doesn't make a difference to me in that sense. So I think it's okay. But everybody has their opinion, but in me, as far as I'm concerned, it can go either way.
Okay. And the last question is, if legislation for voting rights doesn't completely pass, what are you willing to do to have your voice heard in Congress?
I just think I would have to just go about it the old-fashioned way. Maybe try to make phone calls or send an email to my congressman or something like that to get my voice stated and heard. That's the only thing I guess I could do.
And I thank you for this time.
Thank you.
Wait, go ahead.
My name is Aaliyah Muhammad.
Okay. First question, what does a vote in Congress mean to you as a district resident?
I feel like a vote in Congress means to me getting something that's been a long time coming, a long time deserved, and I think it's very unfortunate that for all this time you've had residents in the district who are citizens of America, who pay their taxes, who contribute to their communities, and aren't rewarded by having their voices heard in Congress. So I think it's something that's well deserved, and it would make me very happy to see that come about in my lifetime.
Okay. Are you in favor of D.C. becoming a state?
It's right over here by the oil.
I'm not sure. I agree with D.C. gaining certain statehood rights. I'm not sure of all the specifics of how things would change if D.C. were to legally become a state. But with certain rights such as the vote in Congress and things like that, I do agree those rights should be gained.
And last question: if legislation for the voting rights doesn't completely pass, what are you willing to do to have your voice heard?
I'm willing to join the effort in any way I can, whether it's volunteering, petitions, walking door to door, asking people to sign, or just getting the word out. Because I feel like a lot of people across the country don't realize that there is a whole section of our country that isn't represented in Congress. So I think I would be willing to help get the word out beyond just D.C. because I feel like D.C. residents know what's going on here, but we really need to get out the word to the rest of the country that there's a need that needs to be addressed.